caused her vertebral artery to burst, sending a clot to her brain and triggering the stroke. Wow.
That is just straight up bonkers.
I mean, your parents tell you don't crack your neck.
Right. Well, that's true.
That must be why.
Yeah, that's definitely why.
That's a good. When my son cracks his neck, I can go.
My childhood tasted
Yeah,
like
look at
chaos.
this. You don't have a
beehive
stroke, do you?
after a
Do
baseball
you?
bat, a
Well,
broken Ferris
maybe you
wheel.
do,
At
but
8, I was diagnosed a disaster, an incurable catastrophe, an unrepentant shit disturber. I was the kid you did not want in your class. You know, the one who couldn't sit still, couldn't do the drill, didn't fit the bill, never would, never will, until I got the chill pill. Ritalin. Now we're fitting in, paying attention, listening better than it's been. Let's not pretend it's a solution. It's not. Just the best we got because the system's shot. Having attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is like living inside a violently disobedient clock. Seconds slowing into forever. Then jumping into overdrive. Warp 8, warp 9, warp 10. Mr. Scott, I need more. Aye, Captain, but I'm afraid she'll blow. Having ADHD is like being an exclamation mark in a world of commas. It's telling the cop, go f yourself, because the dial on my rage diminisher is malfunctioning. It's tuning out my wife who's sitting right in front of me, because the fly on the ceiling is walking backwards, and I forgot to call my mom, who was a terrible cook, but I didn't care. I ate so fast, food barely touched my taste buds. I don't know why they call them buds anyway. It's not like they become flowers, or friends, or beer. I remember the first time I took Ritalin. My mental merry-go-round began to slow down, and everyone suddenly started speaking human. But by then, I found my own ways to cope. I went to 5 different high schools, failed every class except gym, drama, and dope smoking. Math was like studying advanced theoretical Klingon, like bungee jumping off the back of a pickup truck. I still don't speak numbers. My adolescent mind was a paper plane in the palm of a hurricane. And ultimately, the only thing school ever taught me was that I wasn't good enough to make the grade. I know my attention fluctuates, but when love calls my name, I focus like the Hubble. I can see God's fingerprints on every flower petal. I remember the cut, color, and texture of that dress you wore the day we met, the saline sweetness of your sweat, and every switchback curve in your beautiful smile. You say living with me is like having a Swedish death metal band in the basement and a drunk kangaroo in the bedroom. But although I can't sit still for more than 3 minutes, I still see forever in your eyes. And though sometimes I don't pay attention, I know exactly how much this love is worth. The world disdains the distracted mind. They prefer us focused on our flat screens, too terrified to imagine a world without drones, war zones, or corporate prisons. But my mind is full of visions so breathtakingly beautiful. My God, I wish you could see them too. I may never be normal, but what is normal in a world of infinite variety? And in the quiet backwaters of my mind, I know I am not damaged, just different. And isn't being different the one thing we all have in common? My childhood tasted
What? Oh, there we are.
Can you hear us now?
Now they can hear us.
Nice.
Ah.
Sounds pretty good, too.
Yeah, I replaced the cables.
Ooh.
Yeah, except when I turn on my insert, listen to this shit. Let me just bypass this. Plug in. All right, so there's my insert. And here I am. No, that's
Where did that go?
Bypass. Check. All right, well, now the fucking thing isn't working at all.
Goddamn fucking thing.
I don't understand. God damn it. Anyway. Suffice it to say, the whole thing is... there must be one of the patch cables must just be wrong, because your insert sounds amazing, and the part that really pisses me off is that your input, like, we're actually running through the same processors. You're on one channel, I'm on another channel. And yours sounds perfect. So yeah, it's got to be a cable or something. Anyway,
Some kind of shit.
my point stands. It's really fucking annoying. That's like exactly what it is. Anyway, welcome to motherfuckers to the ADHD Radio. And today is Tuesday, August the 6th, 2019. And we are coming to you live from Albuquerque, New Mexico, as Kevin is queuing up the this stuff.
Scrolling and rolling.
Scrolling and rolling like a motherfucker does.
I found a story I wanted to read, and then fucking Business Insider was like, turn off your ad blocker. And then I was like, suck my dick.
Yeah, and you were like, fuck you, ad block.
Suck my dick.
Suck my fucking dick.
Suck my dick.
You fucking cock. Yeah, anyway. So, all right, what do you got? Well,
This is a good one.
all right, go
If you're
for it.
trying to smuggle a half a kilo of cocaine through the airport security, you might want to try harder than an unnamed man from Colombia who was detained in late June at Barcelona El Prat Airport in Spain, according to Spanish police. The man arrived at the airport on a flight from Bogota and seemed nervous, and no wonder, what with a comically oversized toupee under his hat.
Okay.
Spanish police searched him and found a bundle of cocaine worth $34,000 taped to his head.
How much does cocaine cost? Is it sold by the ounce or by the gram? Or this is shit I don't know. I mean, how much cocaine? Like, really, this is a serious question. How much cocaine is $34,000? Like, is it the size of an orange? Is it the size of like, like a nectarine? Like, I have no idea.
Well, let's see.
Oh, come on, Kevin. I'm not calling you a druggie, but like, you at least know what drugs cost. I don't even know that.
Okay, so here's the guy with the cocaine taped to his head.
Okay. Make your browser bigger. Look at your freaking preview. Do you see how tiny you are? All right, make it bigger so the people can see. What the
dear God,
fuck?
that's funny. Look
Oh
at
my
this
God.
toupee. And then boom.
Looks like a fucking tumor.
big, huge.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
No, that's fucking terrible. Like, come on. On what planet did this guy think that he could get away with that? Like, seriously.
Let's see here. Oh, it's it was a kilo of cocaine, I guess, which is 1,000 grams.
Okay. All right. I don't know what a freaking kilo costs. I don't even know what a gram costs.
1.1. Oh, discovered a half a kilo, 1.1 pounds of cocaine.
I mean, I know what a pound is. Easiest way I've ever figured out to, like, have a good sense of what 1 pound is. If you get a single subject, like the Mead spiral bound notebooks that you had in grade school, the single subject ones are exactly a pound. That has always been the easiest way I've ever been able to size up, what exactly a pound is. Uh-oh, Kevin's doing math.
They're saying an ounce of cocaine goes for $2,000.
Uh,
I don't know about that. And then so an ounce is 28 grams, right?
no, no, it'd be 34. What did they say? 3,400?
So it's roughly $70 a gram.
Well, there are 16 ounces in a pound, right? And they said $3,400.
I think that's a little high for $70 a gram. But
I don't know.
Either way, like, well, their estimate of $34,000 is a little off. But it's still funny, like this guy with the bulging wig.
That is fucking ridiculous. Like, on what planet did this guy think I'm totally just going to be smooth operator? Like, this is totally going to work. Like, on what planet does this work?
Ooh, your hair looks good, Maester.
Oh, yes, must definitely, like, oh, yes, it must be that new product, Smooth Operator. God damn, that's awful. Seriously.
Would you say he was a cokehead?
Oh, God. Oh, that just hurts. Ah.
I wonder if he has cocaine on the brain.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a coke head. Yeah.
Don't lose your head, because it's worth $34,000.
Man, that would be the most expensive toupee to blow away ever.
That shit's funny.
Oh, it hurts. Fucking hurts.
A Delta Airlines flight from Puerto Rico to New York was forced to return to San Juan on July 3rd after Carlos Ramirez, 30, became unruly, Reuters reported. I am God, Ramirez shouted, according to Puerto Rican police. San Juan is going to disappear tomorrow. I came to save the world, and I'm going to end terrorism, 'cause I am God. Flight attendants and passengers restrained the man until the plane could land, and Puerto Rico police took him into custody. The cockpit remained secure during the fracas.
The fracas, huh? Yeah, the fracas.
Even more airplanes. In southwest London, as an unidentified man sunbathed in his backyard on June 30th, he was startled by the body of another man that apparently fell from an airplane, landing 3 feet away from his garden. Police believed that the body was that of stowaway on Kenya Airways flight, who fell out as the plane lowered its wheels on approach to Heathrow Airport some 10 miles away. The resident didn't even realize what it was to begin with. He was asleep, and there was a huge impact, a neighbor told Reuters. A Kenya Airways spokesman said that the 4,250-mile flight from Nairobi takes 9 hours. And upon arrival at Heathrow, workers found a bag, water, and food in the plane's landing gear compartment. The stowaway has not been identified.
That's fucking ridiculous. I don't know what else to say.
The body of another man just fell from an airplane.
Yeah.
Right into the garden.
Seriously. Come on. Bunk.
Bodies flying from the sky.
You know. Yeah, exactly.
Like you do.
Well, no, it's like on Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. It's like, it's not like some dude's just going to fall out of the sky. And then Chris Rock lands like ass naked on the pavement. He's like, big-titted, beautiful women don't just fall out of the sky. Yes. I still like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. That is an entirely too old movie, but I don't care. It's still fucking funny. I wish Kevin Smith would direct more. But, I mean, you realize he actually makes most of his money these days podcasting. He makes more now than he ever did directing. Which is pretty fucking cool, if you ask me.
The New York Post reported on July 14th that more than 4,000 Swedes have willingly had microchips implanted in their hands to replace credit cards and cash. The chips also help monitor their health and can be programmed to allow access into buildings. Johan Osterlund, a former body piercer who pioneered the chips, says that the technology is safe But British scientist
Yes.
Ben Liberton, based in Sweden, says he worries that people aren't considering the potential dangers,
Fucking
including
identity theft?
the unwitting dissemination of data about a person. Do I
Yeah.
get-
You mean
Do I get a
disseminate?
letter from my insurance company
Yeah.
saying my premiums are going up before I know I'm ill?
Dissemination is what you mean. Yeah. Yep, that's a fucking problem. Like, no two ways about it.
That could be a problem.
That could be a major fucking problem.
Rapper, sports agent, and self-proclaimed Mr. Alabama, Kelvin James Dark. What a name.
Kelvin James Dark?
Yeah, that's a great Kelvin Dark. Hey,
Man,
baby.
I want to buy his parents a fucking drink.
Yo,
That
what's-
is awesome.
What's your name? Kelvin Dark.
That is, oh, it's so cool.
What's your name? Max Power. I got
Max.
it
Oh,
got
that's
it
from the
a hair
Simpsons.
dryer.
That was from the fucking Simpsons.
I got it off the hairdryer.
I'm Max Steel. Welcome to the club. What was it like? Homer changed his name.
This is Kelvin Dark.
Right, and like Homer had this. He joined the club of people with powerful names, and like this square-jawed guy goes up and shakes his hand. And he's like, "Hi, I'm Max Steel." Yeah, that was great.
Mr. Alabama Kelvin James Dark, 37, of Talladega, Alabama, was arrested in Atlanta, Georgia on July 10th after allegedly throwing multiple kilograms of suspected methamphetamine off a high-rise balcony onto a
All right.
street below.
At what point is it no longer suspected?
In a press release titled, "It's Raining Meth."
Oh no!
Hallelujah.
Oh, that's
Raining
fucking
meth.
bad.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigation said its agents were searching the property as part of a smuggling investigation when the drugs went overboard. Agents were able to recover the drugs valued at an estimated $250,000 and also found 2 semi-automatic rifles, a handgun, marijuana valued at $60,000. That's a lot of fucking weed.
That's a ton of fucking weed.
And
like,
a substantial amount of cash, it says.
Yeah, that's way too much.
Dark and 33-year-old Tiffany Peterson of Atlanta were arrested for trafficking meth and marijuana, among other charges.
Man. Ugh.
60 grand is a lot of weed.
Yeah, that's entirely too much.
Like a lot of weed.
Like a fucking ton.
Let's see here. How much weed could you buy with 60 grand?
I mean, well, what does a pound cost?
Well, let's see.
I mean, it must be cheaper than it was.
Let's say
because
$70 a quarter, right?
Well, it got legalized. I mean, well, it got effectively legalized.
So $280 an ounce, depending on where you are. It could be lower if you're in Colorado. I've heard that ounces are way cheaper than that, but this is sort of your working, assumption. So $280 an ounce, right?
Yeah.
Times 16 is a pound, right?
Yeah.
So a pound would be $4,500, $44.80 to be exact. So then $60,000 divided by 4,500.
I feel like $4,500 is too much for a pound. So that's 13 1/3 pounds of weed.
13 1/3 pounds.
Wow. Yeah, that is not a small number.
That is a lot of weed.
That is entirely too much weed.
Snoop Dogg's like, that was a Thursday.
Snoop Dogg's like, that's what we call hors d'oeuvres.
That's what we call breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast. Wow.
Snoop
God
has his own brand of weed, too.
That does not surprise me in the least.
Let's see if we can find that.
Oh, come on. Really?
Why not? We search everything with this computer. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg brand of weed. Okay, yeah, here it is. You need to hit Command Plus to make that.
Leafs by Snoop Dogg.
Okay, you need to blow up your fucking browser text. Command Plus is the way you make it bigger.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. Now the people can probably
There we go.
see it. Yeah.
Leafs by Snoop Dogg.
Leaf.
Ooh, you can get a chocolate bar.
Why does that not surprise me?
Lemon pie. Blueberry Dream Sativa. Then they all come in these little boxes that say Leafs by Snoop logo. Oh, yeah.
Right, because,
Cali Kush flower in a box.
Wow.
Put your weed in the box. And then at the top it says smoke weed every day.
Well, I mean, if you have a brand that's
The challenge was creating a brand that captured Snoop's unique personality and style.
oh boy.
At the same time, it was important that it appeal to a broad spectrum of users.
At least we don't have to wonder whether or not grind it, roll it, light it.
Instructions: grind it, roll it, light it.
Okay. Can you just tell that this, like, whoever wrote this webpage was very clearly Snoop Dogg's, like, diversity hire? Because these are the whitest motherfuckers ever to live. Straight up. Like, no way around it. This is seriously, like, one of the whiter websites I've ever been to. And that's saying something.
You can get peaches and cream bars, dark chocolate with almonds, dark chocolate.
Wow.
The fresh, simple look of the packaging carries over to the website.
Yes.
Which
Fucking
also
white
features
motherfucker.
the cannabis paisley pattern, bright color palette, and faceted California photography, as well as images of the LBS packages.
Yeah. Whitest fucking thing ever. Oop. I just put me in me. Okay, we'll try that again.
Oh, here's your
This is the whitest. This is seriously like one of the whitest sites I've ever seen.
I think this is a desktop background. Smoke weed.
You are
every
not
day.
allowed to change our fucking wallpaper.
To smoke weed every day.
No, Kevin. No.
Somehow I clicked out of it.
we
Pentagram.com.
just because Kevin, like, just because for Kevin, like, that is actually like a commandment, does not mean that
Let's
we
go
need
to
to.
about.
Oh, about what? Like, what is there to know?
Pentagram.com, bitches.
Oy, oy, oy. Oh yeah, probably should put up the phones.
About Pentagram.
All right, phones. are
Oh,
up.
it's an independently owned design studio. So they're the ones that designed the website for Snoop, I reckon.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg OG, so he has his own brand, his own strain of weed also.
Well, it's like having your own record label, except for stoners.
With songs like Smoke the Weed Is Mine, and California Roll, it's no secret that the rapper Snoop Dogg has long been a cannabis connoisseur. Okay?
Connoisseur.
Now he's sharing his passion with the public, or at least in Colorado where consumption is legal,
Right.
with a new line of marijuana-based products called Leafs by Snoop Dogg.
Marijuana-based products, huh?
Pentagram has designed this brand identity and packaging
Yes,
line,
because
which includes both flour and edibles.
yes.
Dog treats, DOGG.
Okay. Again,
Chocolate bars, chews, drops, and gummies.
whitest motherfuckers ever.
As the legalization of marijuana gains momentum across the U.S., the category is poised for explosive growth. Working at the forefront of this movement, Snoop and his team wanted to establish a brand that avoided cliches for more sophisticated image that would still represent fun and a good
Okay.
time.
You fucking failed at. Yeah.
The identity centers of an iconic marijuana leaf, playfully constructed of jewel-like facets, accompanied by elegant packaging that is layered with laid-back California cool. The designers collaborated closely on the project with Ted Chung and Tiffany Chen of Stampede Management. Snoop's management as well as Snoop. The challenge was creating something that captured Snoop's unique personality and style. At the same time, it was important that the brand be appealing to a
God,
worldwide
this
audience.
is so white. Just stop reading. I can't take it. Seriously, like it. God damn.
You could buy lemon pie shatter.
I don't fucking care.
That's
This
awesome.
website is the whitest thing on earth. No, seriously. Remember the movie Powder, where the motherfucker had no pigment? That is how white this website is. And believe me, I fucking shop at Banana Republic, and I'm getting grossed out. This is like a J. Crew ad.
Big Snoop Dogg. These are my leaves.
Yes. Do we refer to you as Mr. Dog or do you prefer Snoop? Mr. Dog. Oh God, I would love to see the focus groups that went into this website. My guess is Snoop Dogg was like, you know what, take my money and do something that'll get me business. And they're like, okay. Like, that's all there is to it. Wow. Anyway.
Remember when Nets Classic was impossible to buy? Now it's on sale.
Well, yeah. Remember when it was impossible to buy, like, last Christmas?
2 Christmases ago, I think.
What?
Listed
Wow.
at $60 on Nintendo's website, but in order to buy a NES Classic Edition, you have to order from a third-party seller like Amazon, which is currently selling models for $80. For a little bit of a deal, however, check out eBay. It's selling refurbished by Nintendo models for just $50. Oh, good Lord. What a dumbass fucking story. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry for reading that shit.
Thank you. Get off of it.
$50 is $80.
Get off of it. We're done. Fucking done. Fucking done.
This summer's Who's Pooping in the Pool mystery is taking place in the Buckingham Woods neighborhood pool of the Macomb Township in Detroit. A serial offender has caused the pool to close several times.
A serial pooper?
And the neighborhood association is taking action and taking names. We are reviewing attendance logs and recorded video. A July 12th statement read, according to Detroit Free Press, and the Macomb County Health Department is working with the pool to help keep the water free of pathogens such as E. coli. Further, the association has hired a pool attendant to be on site through the end of the summer. Update. On July 18th, the association announced the offending swimmer has been identified and banned, saying it is now looking at various options for restitution. Don't shit in our pool.
Yeah. We don't pee in your toilet, so we don't swim in your toilet, so don't pee in our pool. Yeah, I got it right eventually.
The pool poopa.
The pool poopa.
Later identified as Congressman Mitch McConnell.
Yes, who is also a tortoise. I think he hides all of his scruples in those fucking vaginal jowls he has.
The jowls.
Seriously, his neck. I wonder if they have to inspect his fucking like neck wrinkles. They're like, "Excuse me, we need to be sure that you're not harboring any weapons in there, Mr. Tortoise." He's like, "I like cabbage. And I love taking money from Big Tobacco."
The headline on this one says, "Really, if you're gonna get drunk, just stay home." That's a good headline.
Yes.
Right.